I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NYMania.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching NY YankeeMania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to NY Yankee Mania. We are back for another pregame show as game 2 of the series of the Yankees banner series is tonight at 9:40, where you're going to see Yankees ace Max Fried going against the Mariners ace Logan Gilbert tonight. So it should be a good pitching matchup, another pitching duel. Obviously, Yankees came up short last night, but hopefully they can turn the page and focus on tonight. But we are back, guys. So thank you all of you. Thank you to all of you guys for the support here. And I want to welcome Sean back to the panel. Obviously, a big supporter, big part of the show and big part of the panel. The one and only Sean Browning, AK security guard. But I don't know how he does it. But welcome back, Sean. Thank you for joining me once again for the pregame show. How are you and your family doing? And let's go Yankees.
Yeah, no, we're doing all right. And look, the Yankees are going to bounce back. It was a close one. It's a pitcher's duel. And you know how those things go. They can go either way. And, you got to tip your cap. The Mariners got an extra, it took a bit, their chances. And they got it done in the bottom of the ninth. What else can you say?
Yeah. So I want to welcome in Joe. What's up, Joe? Welcome. I want to welcome in Travis, Charles, Cruise Control, Sunil. What's up, everyone? What's up, Charles? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Charles goes is right in front of us. Yep. And then Cruz goes, "What's up, Nithin and Sean? Shopping for dinner before the game." There you go. What are you having for dinner tonight, Cruz? And then Sunil, what's up, Sunil? Welcome to the chat. Fried will pick off a few base runners tonight. Remember, he has a pettit that is true. That is true. What's up here? Oh, Cruz says he's at Aldi's. Okay, I love that store.
Oh, yeah, Aldi's is great.
Yeah, so before we go any further, we do have the Mariners lineup already here. So I'll read it off. Leading off for the Mariners is Rob Refsnyder DHing again. Batting second is Kyle Raleigh catching. Batting third, Julio Rodriguez center field. Batting fourth, Josh Naylor. Left first base, Randy Orozarena left field batting fifth. Brandon Donovan batting sixth, third base. Robles right field. Rivas shortstop, and then Young second base. And obviously on the mound for them is Logan Gilbert. So, guys, before we go any further, a few programming notes. So, after the pregame show tonight at 9:40, Joe will be calling the game solo tonight. So, guys, please show support for Joe tonight at 9:40 as he calls the Yankees-Mariners game 2 of the series tonight. And then tomorrow we'll go back to our normal slotting at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee Bagels and obviously the rest of the pregame and the game. And then Thursday, my team and I booked our client and former MLB outfielder, Niger Morgan, at 12 p.m. Eastern. So please tune in there on Thursday. And if you have any questions, send it to Joe's email or send it in the chat for Niger. And then Friday is a big mental health panel. And with Chef Nick, Johnny, Salami, and Victor. And I'm glad that my team and I can bring some of our clients on there. We're working on one more client, but let's see what happens there. But Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern is that the mental health panel. So I want to bring up a few programming notes. But Sean, let's get to yesterday's game. Let's dissect yesterday's game. Obviously, Ryan Weathers' first start as a Yankee. He didn't look too bad, but there were some hiccups there here and there. But he had 7 strikeouts in 4 innings, which is a positive sign when he's coming from a pitcher. What did you like about his first start as a Yankee, and what can he improve on?
Well, no, he kept battling. I mean, he got the 7 strikeouts. Look, I mean, they got like 10 pitch at bats on him. They worked a couple of them in the first inning. And after the first inning, he settled down. Like, you hear him when he was talking after the game. He said that the conversation he had with Matt Blake, when Matt Blake said just trust your stuff and you know you don't worry about trying to be perfect and paint the zones, paint the corners, and he did exactly that. And I mean his stuff looked lively. Just when you get hitters that are fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch, and they're working 8, 9, 10 pitch at bats, it's gonna wear you down. So but he'll bounce back, and he'll get you know, he'll be a lot more different. He'll be a definite weapon for us this year, though. I'll tell you that. And I said it before when we got him. I believe he'll be a weapon. And right there, what also I like too is that when they were fouling and they were getting runners on and they were threatening to score, he didn't crumple. He didn't, just like I said with Will Warren. You get a little sign. He didn't buckle. Okay, he battled. They battled him, and he battled right back. He didn't. He didn't buckle. He didn't get scared. So I like that.
Yeah. Well said. And also, guys, before we go any further, I want to send my prayers and thoughts to Ken Clay's family. Ken Clay, former Yankees pitcher, has passed away today, and I want to send our prayers and thoughts. Rest in peace. I don't really know too much about him, but Joe told me about him today. I just want to send prayers and thoughts to Ken Clay. I'm sure you and Charles will bring it up on Monday on the History Channel, but please send prayers and thoughts, and rest in peace, Ken Clay. So I want to talk about obviously Ryan Weathers and Sean. Great points on Ryan Weathers, and I think that he had himself a good start. And obviously he was laboring a little bit, but he was able to limit the damage, and that was a good sign for him to see. He only gave up one run, so and 4 innings, 7 strikeouts. That's not bad. I mean, only for his first Yankee start, and when he's over, and you can see the potential when he's overpowering, mixing his pitches and commanding his pitches. He's unhittable, and to have 7 strikeouts in 4 innings, that's pretty good. So even though I know that, and plus it's not his fault. It's not his fault, guys. It's the offense. It's not the offense didn't do. They didn't come up big, obviously, and shout out to Luis Castillo for doing a great job against the Yankees lineup yesterday. And he had a game plan, and he stuck with it, and it worked for him. So kudos to Luis Castillo. What's up, Billo? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe button. And you see the 2 QR codes on the screen. If you scan those 2, it will lead you to this channel and also the NY Mania, World Entertainment Mania channel. So please do that. What's up, Billo? Welcome. Yep. And Cruz says prayers, Ken. Clay family, 78 world champion. Yep. All right, let's bring this up here. Charles brought up a good point. People are crying already because he put Blackburn in the game. Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's only game 4. Obviously, he put Blackburn, and everybody knows what happened. But that's not the fault. That's not what happened at the end. So Sean, let's get. I want to talk about what happened at the end when obviously the Mariners hit the game-winning hit, but apparently the alignment was not correctly put together from the Yankee side, and they're blaming Boone. I don't think it's Boone's fault. I think this Ken brought up a good point. I think it's Dan Friuto's fault, the first base coach, for not putting Ben Rice in the right alignment when that game-winning hit was what happened against Paul Blackburn. What are your thoughts on that? First, what are your thoughts on that hit? I mean, on the game-winning hit and the alignment on defense for the Yankees, and also, do you think the blame should go on Dan Friuto for that?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue with Ken. But yeah, I mean, the alignment was a little bit off, and that ball got by Ben Rice. There wasn't much that he could do about it. But you know what? At the same time, would you rather Cal Raleigh hit a homer and walk it off on us? Or would you rather him get the best pitch they could have bet? Because Paul Blackburn was trying to jam him up, and he was taking a jam shot, and he got it past Ben Rice. There wasn't much you could do about it. I mean, it's a hot shot, Cal Raleigh. And you know what? Sometimes you got to tip your cap to the hitter. And then, yeah, I mean, the And that might have been a rookie mistake by the first base coach, where they didn't have Ben Rice in the right spot. And you know what? This game comes down to a fraction of an inch.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, there's no blame to put on these guys. People are already complaining. It's only game 4 of the season, and obviously you're not going to win every game. So let's just scratch that game from yesterday and move on. So I think Boone played the bullpen perfectly fine. It's just that Paul Blackburn couldn't locate the pitch, and then you know what happened. So I mean, this complaining has to stop. It's only 4 games. So I want to welcome Richard to the chat. Welcome, Richard. How you been? Good to see you. Richard goes, good evening, guys. We are only 4 games in, and I have been watching baseball probably longer than both of you. I've been on this planet, so I will explain. Let's see here. You cannot judge any baseball team at this point yet of the season. The bats are usually not in sync yet with the pitchers. They are behind it. It's been a tradition that bats will catch up. Yeah, well said, Richard. Right there. That's a good point. All these eventually they all will catch up and be on a rhythm. Right now it's 4 games in, and people are still trying to find the rhythm. So
Yeah, and you know what? And here's another thing. You're complaining. 4 games in the season. We're tied with the Blue Jays for first place in the division, sitting at 3-1. I mean, people were calling us a 4th place team. We ain't a 4th place team. All right. Right now, we tied for first place, identical record with the Toronto Blue Jays.
mhm.
And you know what? Our team has been more consistent as far as hitting and our game approach. And yes, 4 games in the season. I'm not judging no one. I'm not going to complain about no one. We need to see and let them have a little more run. The guys that are having slow starts, they're gonna bust out of their slumps or whatever you want to call it. We know Judge is gonna be fine. Ryan McMahon gives us all-star defense. Caballero, he's been solid. One goof up, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. It's early in the season. Everyone's still trying to get their baseball legs under them.
Yeah, that's true right there. There are times that the pitchers will dominate the batters, but in the beginning of the season, you cannot figure it out. The batters have to. Yep, they have to get their timing. That is true. What I'm trying to say is here, there's no pattern right now that you could judge a team on. This is the beginning and only beginning.
Right. And here's the other thing too. I know a lot of people are complaining. Why did we use Blackburn? What would you rather him do? Throw everybody out there and put David Bednar? It took what, 15 pitches and 10 plus pitches for the 2 saves against San Francisco. You're gonna run them out in a non-save situation,
Mhm.
or would you rather play for extras? You're a road team. Your bats are struggling. Paul Blackburn, we haven't used, but he's fine to have if you need to get a multi-inning use one of our long relievers. That's what we got them there for. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Bird got us out of a tight situation, and Fernando Cruz got us out of a tight situation, and that's what I would have done too if I was Aaron Boone. I would have put in Blackburn.
Mhm.
Try to stretch the game, get us through the 8th and 9th. And but it didn't work out in the end. But if you look at the pitch that he threw, it wasn't a meatball. He was trying to jam him up and induce a ground ball. Sometimes the ground balls will have seeing eyes and get past the infielders.
Yeah, well said, Sean. I definitely agree, and I'll second that. I mean, Bednar he came in back-to-back games against the San Francisco Giants, and you put in the right there. You want to save him for the closer. You need to have the closer 100% healthy and ready to go, especially in the late in the games and later in the season too. And then heading to playoff time, because the closer plays a big role in the playoffs too. So right here, Charles says all games matter when you're playing for the division. Yep, well said, Charles. Right there.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
we play today, we win today. That's it right there, Charles. And then here's the thing: if we lost, we're gonna lose games. Well, but we can't sit on and brew on the loss and then not play for the next game. You gotta win. It matters to win the men series by series, and we're not gonna win every game in every series, but we at least win the series.
Yep. Richard goes, guys, it's ridiculous for anyone to complain at this time. If Boone puts a pitcher and then the guy strikes out everybody, he's a hero. If the pitcher gives up a home run, it's Boone. Yeah, guys, we cannot put the blame on Boone. He's doing right now. He's doing a good job of plugging the right buttons, but it's just like I said, it comes down to the players at the end of the day. You cannot just blame it
Yeah,
on the manager. So
and it's likewise with our hitters. I mean, you seen that in the game when we had runners in scoring position, 2 outs, and Boone. That was kind of almost expected, but Boone pinched hit Rosario from Ryan McMahon,
uh,
and it paid off.
yeah,
And he didn't really lose at him. Yeah,
Rosario got the lone run for the Yankees.
right. But if Rosario had struck out or popped out, people would have been, "What? This is your contact bat. You're pitching in for a contact bat in a contact bat situation
Mhm.
where you needed to bring a run across the plate, and you know what? It came through. It paid off. But either way, you can't blame Boone. And with these players, execution. Someone's going to execute in the game, and it's either going to be the pitcher or it's going to be the hitters, or it might just be a great fielding.
Yeah. It says a few years back in June, Richard goes, a few years back in June, and the Washington Senators were in the high space and they won the whole thing. Teams got yes. So let me give you another great example. Look at the Washington Nationals. Remember their World Series run when they struggled in the beginning of the season? They dug themselves in a big hole to start the
Yep.
season. But later on in the season, they somehow turned it around. They turned the corner, like Boone says, and they got hot. And then they eventually won that World Series. Remember that year, guys? See, anything can happen. So it's just a matter of having the
Oh yeah.
right chemistry at a certain time.
Well, you remember the 2000
Yes.
Yankee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we were struggling in June and August, and we weren't sure. But guess what? They turned it around. Hot August, hot September, and then they went into the playoffs, being hot. And guess what they did? They steamrolled 116 win Seattle Mariners with Ichiro Suzuki and Edgar Martinez. Roger
It's right in
Clemens
front of
struck
us.
out 15. All right. He struck out 15 batters in the ALCS, and David Justice hit a 3-run home run.
Yeah. Tell him, Sean. Tell him.
And then we went. Then when we faced the Mets in the 2000 Subway Series, guess what we did? Chuck Knobloch hit a leadoff home run. Derek Jeter hit a leadoff home run. We threw out runners at the plate, and we won in 5 games.
There you go. So tell him, Sean. Tell him.
Yeah. And I remember when we had that June swoon, they all complain, "Oh, the June swoon." We had that. And that's in the height of our dynasty years with Derek Jeter and Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte. We had the Rocket. We had David Cone still on our team. We had, Al Duque. We had a lot of good pitchers. We had a great pitching staff. We had a great bullpen then. Things are gonna happen. But like Richard's point and yours, even the Nationals and the Senators, and then even you could even mention the 78 Yankees. They were down 14 games from first place, and they came all the way back, won a one-game playoff against the Red Sox in Fenway Park. Bucky Dent hitting a home run over the Fenway Park. I mean, the Monster.
Yeah,
And then, and then they went on to win the World Series.
it's true. Yeah, and Charles, thank you for this. By the way, you're doing a great job by promoting the channel. Charles goes, please like and subscribe, please, to Yankee Mania. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. That means a lot. And since you're here, guys, please tune in on Monday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern as Sean and Charles will continue their Yankees history series on YankeeMania. So that please tune in there, get your popcorn ready. You're gonna learn a lot on Monday, and you never know. They might talk about Ken Clay's career, his legacy, and whoever doesn't know about Ken Clay, maybe they'll talk about him. Rest in peace again, Ken Clay, and our prayers and thoughts are with the family. So, but yeah, guys, tune in April 6th, Monday. They're gonna have a great show on the Yankees history channel, Yankees history on YankeeMania with the one and only Sean Brown and Charles. So tune in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Richard's going off on the comments. This is awesome. It says here the difference between the good teams and bad teams are the losing streaks and winning streaks. You don't want long. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I heard it even with pundits on the MLB network. And even as much as I don't like to admit he's right, but John Smoltz, he said something I had to agree with on Fox News the other day. He said, you know what a season comes down to? You got 60 games, you're going to win a little whatever, and 60 games, but the other 40 or some odd, that's where it kind of comes down to.
Yeah. Okay. So here. Oh, thank you, Richard. This haircut's from like 3 weeks ago. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, Richard said absolutely, Nithin. I'm usually very negative on this channel because I don't believe the team has made significant changes, but the postseason, anything can happen. Mm-hmm. Can we just imagine how good this team would be without the June? Oh, okay.
Well, we haven't even made June.
Yeah. I hear an echo.
I don't know. Maybe it's something on my phone. Let me refresh.
All right. All right, guys. When Sean will come back here, it says, Richard, gentlemen, that is why it is so important that a team has an ace that could stop losing streak. The bad teams don't have that. Yep, I definitely agree with that, Richard. Let's see. Billo goes, my internet is spotty here in Seattle. I'll try to pop in and like the play-by-play. Oh, thank you, Billo. Yes. Please go support tonight the play-by-play as Joe will call the game solo tonight. And most likely I'll be doing the score updates for Joe. So please tune in at 9:40 as the Yankees game 2 series of the Mariners will be at 9:40 with Joe. And then I'll be doing the score updates most likely. Here, welcome back, Sean. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. Yes, Billo. Yeah, you have another good point here. Tonight is not going to be easy. We are going against Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert is a good pitcher, but Yankees had some success against Gilbert in the recent years, so don't worry too much. By the way, the Yankees lineup is not out yet, so still waiting.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do this again to us towards the end.
Toward the end. But no, I mean the key is they got to work the account. They gotta work the account every single at bat. 6-7 pitches per at bat. I mean, look, you know what? We were making the umpire nervous last night. I mean, look, we were what? 6 for 6 on the challenges, the AVS challenges.
Yeah. Let's see. Richard. Okay. Yeah, so hold on. Cruz says Dodgers lost last night. Yep. There you go. Dodgers did lose last night. Yep, finally.
Yep.
Rockies beat the Blue Jays yesterday. Yeah, Rockies put a beating on the Blue Jays yesterday, guys. 14-5. No one expected that.
Nope. And then look, I mean, the Blue Jays have 4 starters out with and then I hope the other guy that got hurt yesterday. What was his name?
Um,
Cody Pence.
yeah, Cody Pence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that I wish him a speedy recovery, but I mean that's 4 starters of their rotate. I mean, then they're gonna have to try and play without and win without because they're hurt. I mean, I think it was right knee discomfort for him. They had to cut him out. So that's gonna be about a 10-game deal for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's and that's the thing too. That's gonna affect the season. Is injuries are going to happen. It's how the team is going to be able to manage it and weather the storm of the injuries.
Yeah,
And I mean, you seen it with we've had that problem when Judge went down with the after he pulled Superman and went through the wall in Dodger Stadium and broke his toe. We didn't really know how to like supplement it because we had a bunch of amateurs.
mm-hmm.
And then you seen it with the Braves the last couple of years when Ozuna goes down or when Acuna Jr. goes down. They had a hard time trying to manage it.
Yeah, that's true. I want before we go back to I want to switch gears a little bit. I don't know, Sean. I don't know if you got to catch some horrible rumor that came out with the Yankees Pirates trade offer, a trade package that the Yankees would give up top of their I think 5 of their top prospects just for Paul Skeens. I want to get your thoughts if you saw that. And I would never. I think the package was Carlos Agrande, George Lombard, Spencer Jones. I think the 2 other top prospects. I forgot the thing, but would you ever do that just for Paul Skeens, or because to be honest, I would not. I don't want to give up all the top 5 prospects.
No, I wouldn't even do it. Just one Paul Skeens and you're giving up your 5 best prospects? No way, Jose. Um, I it would have to be like they offering me Paul Skeens, Ryan Reynolds, and O'Neal Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe their general manager.
Yes. And, uh, and no, we need we need 5 players back, but it has to be their other top pitching prospects also, along with Skeens, and then we need Livy Dunn also in the package.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Libby Dunn and a Yankee cap and Yankee top. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but Bill. Oh yes, that's right. Bill says. Here, I'll bring this up. Bill goes. Skeens is going to be a free agent anyway. Yep, that's pretty soon. I think in the next 2 years he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah. No, that's one.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and I mean that is one thing about the with these trades. Why are you gonna offer up all your things and then he's gonna be a free agent soon anyways? Why not wait till free agency? You try to lure him that way, and that's one thing I love about Cashman. I know people give him a hard time with this, that, the other. Okay, Ponce, that's the name.
Yeah,
But the but Cashman doesn't get fleeced too often in terms of that. He gives up too much for a guy that's pending free agency. You don't,
yeah,
you don't do it.
yeah. What's up, John the Beagle Dad? Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Welcome. Yeah, Ponce is an ACL injury. Hasn't Yep, he did have an ACL injury if I remember.
Yeah, but they carted him off the field for right knee discomfort is what they called it. But if they upgrade it to an ACL or an MCL tear, that's gonna be
Big
that's
loss
gonna
for
be
him. Yeah.
yeah.
But I do think they have enough pitching depth to withhold that.
Wait, I mean he's an outfielder or something, right?
The pitcher, I think.
Ponce.
Yeah. Let me check.
Yeah, you can check.
I thought he was a pitcher. Hold on. Yeah,
Well,
he's a
yeah, I mean they do have some pitching depth where they could handle if he's a pitcher,
yeah.
and they do have some depth.
He is a pitcher. Yep.
Okay, he is a pitcher. Yeah, but that's still gonna kind of hurt because now you got to get this guy up and ready. Bring up from one of their depth guys, and then it's kind of. And then also the thing with injuries is the first two or three guys you can probably cover for with your depth, but it's a matter of how you do it, and then how many other injuries you're gonna get.
Oh, I want to make a. Here you go. What's up, Donnie? Salute. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for all the support. You're the best. So shout out to Donnie Clark. Welcome to the chat. Let's see here. Richard goes. You guys talk about prospects. The whole Florida Marlins team or prospects, and when they mature, other teams were. Yeah, that's pretty. That could be true too. That's for sure.
Yeah, the Marlins have been doing that since they came into existence in 1997. They bring up a bunch of young folk.
Mm-hmm.
They play really well. They win a World Series, maybe two, and and then when they're all mature and they go up for the bag like Miguel Cabrera, they either let him walk in free agency or they trade him away somewhere.
Yeah. Hey guys, everybody in the chat. I want you guys to put your lineup predictions in the chat. I think it's time to put your lineup predictions there. I want to see your lineup predictions. We don't have the lineup yet currently. I hope they put it out soon, like yesterday when we're about to end the stream. They put it out, so hopefully they do the same like that. But guys, I want to see your lineup predictions in the chat. And then I'll go to Sean. Sean, what do you think the lineup should be tonight against Gilbert?
Let's go Gilbert a righty.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe mix up with the leadoff spot. I'd almost say you throw in either Trent Grisham or let's say you do Ben Rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although I do kind of like him in that 4 hole, but yeah. I mean, you gotta. It's kind of like you can't really figure out who you want to try at the leadoff spot,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. And then Cruz mentioned this. Yes, Savage, Barrios, and Bieber are hurt.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but Bieber's had arm problems before, so remember
Yeah.
that.
That's like half the rotation right there.
Yep. But okay? So I would probably just stick with Trent Grisham for right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. Well, before we go further, Richard, thank you for the positive comments. You guys are doing a great job analyzing baseball. I personally appreciate it. Thank you, Richard.
Yep. No, and thank you, Richard. Your takes are always welcome here, and you do an awesome job. And like I said, we appreciate you. But yeah, for what I'm gonna say is, so I would just stick with Grisham for right now and let it kind of work its way, and then try and plug and play later on.
Yeah.
But so Grisham,
Yeah.
Judge, Bellinger, Ben Rice, Stanton. I would do Jazz, but I would also go with that McMahon, Wells, and then Caballero. Even though I like that the Caballero and Chisholm aspect behind Grisham together. It was kind of neat seeing that, and having that true leadoff, second leadoff guy at the 9-hole hitter. Not that Wells couldn't do it, but yeah, I would kind of either mix and match. Keep Caballero, try again with Caballero 9 and see what you can get, or put him back behind Jazz and just roll with it, because we did get some production throughout the whole lineup during the San Francisco lineup. So
Yep. Yeah. So Donnie has Jazz leading off, which is interesting. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
guys, put your predictions for Max Fried in the chat too. I want to see some predictions for Max Fried along with the lineup predictions because we don't have the lineup yet as we speak.
yeah, and I would not have a problem with Jazz Chisholm leading off.
Hmm.
But if I was Boone, I'd be telling him, work the count. I want to see, you know, I want to see more than 5 pitches in the bat.
Yeah, and Bill O goes Fried goes 7 innings, 8 Ks, 1 walk. With Yankees win 5-2. I like that prediction. Fried, you can just let Fried go as long as you want. Fried, no, there's no limit on Fried. Max
I'm
Fried is
right.
yeah.
I'm right there. I see seven innings, 4 hits, 0 runs,
Yeah.
9 Ks, and I'm gonna say 2 walks.
Hmm. Yeah,
Just you know,
for me is Max Fried going 8 innings, 9 Ks, 1 walk, 2 runs, and probably like 4 or 5 hits.
yeah.
Let's see here. Richard says, "What's great about you guys is I could be lazy, not pay attention, but if a Yankee drops a coffee cup, you guys would be right on it." Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we try our best.
You guys do all the research for me and keep up with everything greatly. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, no, we do try our best here. And we bring up everything, but we're always welcome to hear what you guys see, because we know you guys see the games just as much as we do. And everybody has got a take and a perception, and when we bring it all, put it all together, we get the whole picture. So yeah, and but yeah, I see that, but I also see Judge hitting a home run. He's not leaving Seattle without 2 or 3 home runs, and actually, I see Big Stanton
Get it home.
continuing to be unstoppable and getting on base.
Hmm.
And I am not mad that he got thrown out. I'm not mad that he tried to get the second. I mean, it was a misplayed pop up foul in no man's land. Uh, and he probably was. He just kind of kept running, and at the point he kind of realized, oh wait, it's kind of stuck in no man's land. So you know what? I'd rather him be aggressive, and he almost made that a bang bang play. So you can't get mad at that.
Yeah. Let's see. Everybody thinks JC Skyler should catch tonight. I think it could be definitely a good possibility to see
Yeah, it's either going to be tonight or he's doing tomorrow, which is going to be an earlier game, like
Yeah.
4 something.
Free goes 6 1/3. Donnie says, um, and Nithin behind the scenes knowledge you have as an oh thank you for that. With 7 Ks, there you go. Max Charles says 6.5, 7 Ks, 1 run for Max. Richard Cruz goes Fried 7 innings, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Yankees win 4-2. There you go. Charles says for Yankees 5-2. Sunil says Fried final prediction. Lefty dirty water number 7.5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Ooh, I love this. I love this prediction. Yep.
Oh, yeah. On 85 pitches. That's awesome. Over 85. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Max Fried is a dog on the mound, and you just let him go as long as he can. And you know what? My prediction is this: Yankees 6, Mariners 0.
Woo! Another shutout. I'm gonna say Yankees win 7-2. Or seven. Actually, I'm gonna say 7-3. So let's see. I think the Yankees will put up runs tonight, guys. I feel confident.
Yep. But like I said, I
And
also think
mhm.
that Ben Rice might join the home run column too.
Yeah, and I do. And Joe said earlier that he thinks Judge will hit 2 home runs tonight.
Yep. I'm right there with him.
Who would have thought the Mariners are paying for Yankees fans to sit in their corporate box? Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that the daughter of Bob Lorenz was in the stands.
Yeah.
So
Sunil says 8-1 Yankee win. Wells is gonna. Donnie said Wells is gonna have a good. Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. Let's see. Richard says one of my last comments. Everybody on the station, you have a great chemistry together, and that is very hard to thank you, Joe. Thank you. We do it for you guys. You guys do a great job in the chat. Let's see. Yeah. So as we wait for the Yankees lineup, hopefully it comes out soon. But my prediction will be Grisham leading off, Judge batting second, Belly third, Stanton fourth. I'm gonna put Chaz fifth. I'll put McMahon sixth. Seventh, I put Ben. Actually, no, Ben Wright sixth, McMahon seventh, Iscar eighth, and then Cabby ninth.
yeah, that works. And hey, I would not be mad if they decide to lead off Jazz Chisholm. But I would just tell him, hey, get on base. Or have him watch, Chuck Knobloch videos.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, guys, and also, speaking of guys, so the Yankees have announced their food options at the stadium this year. They're gonna have like a chicken bucket, chicken. Have you guys seen those? The drumstick chicken as ice cream. So they're gonna have that this year at the ballpark, and they're gonna have a lot. Now they're gonna have a new 99 burgers coming to the Bronx this year. It's all Rise Burger, Aaron Judge Burger. So if you guys
All right, baby.
yeah, get that burger. But yeah, the food options are the changing the food options amazing. It looks pretty good. So
Yep.
let's see here.
I'm gonna tell you what though, I think Judge is gonna have a monster year.
Yeah.
I think Stan's gonna have a monster year. And you know what? I think Austin Wells is definitely gonna take a step forward as a catcher all around. You know what? We're gonna be liking to see what he does behind the plate. And I mean, he was throwing out runners in spring training when he came back from the WBC. So you won't see some base runners crying because they got thrown out by Austin Wells.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it says it's supposed to be 65 degrees tomorrow for the game. Oh wow, nice. Today
Yep.
here in New Jersey is 80 degrees today.
Yeah, in Florida it's already 85. And it's starting to get muggy at night down here. So that means we're going to be in for a real hot summer.
Yeah. Donnie goes, I would love a Jazz start. Okay, yeah. I'm looking forward to see the lineup. The lineup is not out yet, which is surprising to me.
Yeah. They're probably conferring between, he's looking at 3 different options.
Bill goes, I need to go to the stadium this year and have a steak dinner. Yeah, we have a.
Oh, yeah.
Yankees do have I think it's a nice steakhouse in the stadium.
Yeah, I also heard they got shrimp cocktails galore in the legendary boxes.
Yep. Charles goes, how much? $50 for a burger? LL. Yeah.
No, $99. No. No, imagine if it was 99 burgers for 99 cents.
No, here's a bold prediction from Donnie. He said he thinks Rice will win a Gold Glove at his first year. Okay, first this year. Oh, that could happen.
Oh yeah. Oh man, imagine if we get Jazz being a 40-40 guy.
Not to mention maybe Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I mean, Ben Rice is not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, he's not a rookie. The only one that would qualify as a rookie would be Cam Schuyler.
Richard goes, guys, are you kidding me? Burger King just charged $6 for a Whopper at Yankee Stadium. It would be probably 40. Yeah.
Well, hey, Wendy's Baconator's like $12 for a combo, so 15 if you want it large.
Let's see. So Neil says 40 guy, 40 games missed, 40
Oh man, so Neil's picking on Jazz, huh?
You're crazy. Cam, yeah. So Bill says Cam, and if they called up Jones or Rooks, yes. So yeah, Cam is rookie, and Jones will be a rookie if he's called up. I hope. That's why I keep telling people on the previous stream that is a pressure year for Grisham. Obviously, he got $22 million with the qualifying offer, so he needs to perform. If he doesn't perform, the fans will be screaming for Spencer Jones, and Spencer Jones is ready, guys. He's ready for this moment.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, let's go and win this series though tonight, tomorrow. And Lombard Jr. or Spencer Jones will either win Rookie of the Year honors. And yeah, I mean, George Lombard, his glove is definitely there, ready for the majors.
The offense is he still needs.
But yeah, his offense, his bat needs a little seasoning.
All right, guys, we do have the lineup finally. Ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. We're right about one thing that is Scar's in the lineup. He's catching, but leading off is Trent Grisham. Aaron Judge is batting second. Cody Bellinger third. Ben Rice fourth. Stanton fifth. Chaz sixth. Escar seventh. Cabby eighth. All right, guess who's batting ninth? They put McMahon in the ninth hole.
Ooh, nice.
And then
that's not too bad for a 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, and then Max Fried is pitching, obviously. So that, guys, there you have it. There's a lineup for tonight. What do you guys think? I'll read it off again one more time here. Trent Grisham is leading off. Aaron Judge, the golden boy, as Joe says, he's batting second. Belly's batting third. Ben Rice fourth. Stanton fifth. Chaz sixth. Escar seventh. Cabby eighth, and McMahon ninth. And yes, Donnie did say McMahon in the eighth spot, so he was close. So yeah, I kind of like this lineup.
Yeah, and I kind of like because you're kind of like shuffling the bottom of the lineup to try and see what works really well. And right now, it's kind of pushing the right buttons down there in the bottom of the lineup. And Caballero can hit anywhere in the lineup, and that's a good thing. And Ryan McMahon, I'm not worried about him at all. As long as he continues to play solid defense and be a vacuum cleaner at the hot corner. You know, if he gives me 240, 250, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So, Sean, we're coming up in 48 minutes. Well, any final thoughts before we go?
Yeah. Judge and Stanton, 2 homers.
Judge and Stanton, 2 homers each?
2 homers each.
Let's go. Woo. I like that prediction. Well, guys, thank you guys for joining in. The pregame show has been fun. You guys did a great job interacting with the chat with us today with the comments. I want to give a big shout out to Donnie Clark, Charles, Richard, Cruz, Sunil, Bill O, Richard. I said, who else? Travis, also John the Beagle Dad. Thank you guys for tuning in. And guys, tune in at 9:40. After this, at 9:40, Joe will be giving the play-by-play, solo play-by-play from Joe tonight. So, and then I'll be doing the score updates most likely, or Sean, whoever is available, we'll be doing the score updates. So, guys, tune in. It should be a fun one. Hopefully, we can bounce back from yesterday's loss. It's a new day, new game. Max Fried on the mound. Thank you, guys. And shout out to the panel, Chef Nick, Evan, Jason, Johnny Salami, Ken from the Ugly Truth. A big shout out to him, Ken from the Ugly Truth. and the whole panel, man. Sean Brown, and also thank you, big thank you for Sean, and also Joe, the godfather of the show. Everybody does a great job here. Stay tuned, guys. A lot of things happening at once. So tune in, and shout out to Victor from the Third Floor podcast too. And looking forward to Friday's mental health panel. So there you have it, guys. And before we leave, I'm going to leave you off with some promos.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy and Fumble the Dog, Game Day in the USA, and also the author of Baseball Billy and Bunt the Dog, Game Day with the New York Yankees. And I am so excited to be part of the New York YankeeMania show. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching YankeeMania, the best. Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching YankeeMania, the best.
Hey, everybody, this is Noah Eagle from NBC Sports, and you're all smart. You're top-tier sports fans because you're watching YankeeMedia, the best to get the rest.
I'm Kayla Welsh, and you're watching YankeeMania.
This is Johnny Salami from YankeeMania. Like and subscribe.
What is up, everybody? It is Evan from YankeeMania. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the show. We have Yankees news, overall baseball news, basketball, entertainment, and everything else. Come along for the ride. It's music to your ears.
There you have it, guys. Let's have a great night. Enjoy the game. Like I said, come back at 9:40 with Joe. He'll be calling the game solo. And stay tuned for score updates from our end. So, Sean, thank you again. Thank you, everyone. Let's go, Yankees. We got this. Max Fried on the mound. Oh, hey, I feel confident. And let's get I feel like the Yankees are going to score some runs. So there you have it.
Oh, yeah.
I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NYMania.
I'm Kayla Welsh, and you're watching YankeeMania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York YankeeMania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York YankeeMania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching YankeeMania, the best.